kept telling Liberty to run. I said, run, run. That man is scary, very scary. But hello guys, and if you're new, welcome to this Love Island Games review. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. As always, quick heads up, gonna be looking at my phone for the notes. To drink my beverage of choice today, I got an acai smoothie. So yeah, let's get into it. So, yesterday's episode. So it's the fallout of Steph leaving. Everybody's just like talking about it. And then we see, there's a moment we see from Johnny, which I really appreciate. And that's him, you know, basically speaking with Imani and just strategizing and saying, listen, like, that was my one close friend in here. The one person I felt like had my back. So now I have to get close with everyone else so I don't get written off. And that's really what it is. People are saving their friends in here. So you need to really build your alliances. So it was just, I enjoyed seeing someone getting their game head, like thinking on basically. But it's interesting because you strategize in your couples and then you could end up in another couple and they know your strategy and they'll tell the person that they're with. Anyway, Lisa pulls Imani for a chat and is just saying, you know, well, Imani and Jess, and just explaining to them how she was hurt that they voted for her. But I did also appreciate Imani double down. Like, that's how I felt. I'm sorry if it hurt you, but it is what it is. And then Liberty makes a good point. Like, why is it only Imani that's getting all this smoke? Jess voted you too. And I'm 50-50. I can get why Jess is upset, but also these aren't your close friends like that. So there was a chance they were going to vote you. And it just goes back to what it was that I was saying, and that people like Lisa and Jess are at a disadvantage because they're the only two girls from their Love Islands, from Love Island Sweden and Love Island Australia. So it's harder for them to build alliances as opposed to the other girls or guys that have people in there with them. Like Callum, for example. Yes, he's from Love Island, Australia, but he's originally Welsh, so he's blended in really well with the guys from the UK. So they kind of have a bond going on as well. Okay, interesting. I have this in my notes. So Liberty and Johnny are talking, and she keeps going on about their chemistry and sexual tension and everything, and saying it to him. And at the risk of sounding old school, don't do that. I was just thinking, don't do that, because if that's all you're putting forward, like, oh, it's okay to speak about, don't get me wrong, but what else is it that you're putting at the table? Otherwise, he's only going to view you that way, and it will be very obvious to, and I'm sure it was. In my head, I'm thinking, Johnny knows she really wants him, and he may just be having fun, which is why I was like, Liberty, run. Callum, we see Callum encouraging Liberty to go over to Johnny and, you know, say goodnight to him. So he's in the middle of talking with Jessica and flirting with her. Liberty comes over, says goodnight. So that's that. In the morning, Kira arrives from season 1 of Love Island US, which I watched and really enjoyed. So she comes, Curtis, ready to jump ship. Ready to leave his relationship yet again. This guy is waiting for any opportunity to leave. He hasn't changed. So we see Kira, she also does make mention to Megan, you know, you're quite attractive. I do like you. I like girls as well. You know, shooting her shot a bit, like just throwing some things out there, seeing if it's picked up. And then we see Kira and Curtis go for a chat. And then Ray and Johnny are talking, and they're saying that is her type. That's definitely Kira's type. Like, just say it. She likes white guys. We saw the last season. We saw her season, sorry. So then we see Megan sat with Callum up in the Sultans. It's crazy. If you watch Love Island US, the one that just went, you'll get that reference. And she's talking. So Megan and Callum are talking at Soul Ties, like up top. And I'm sensing like Megan doesn't seem that into Callum anymore. Like, I think now Steph's gone, that part of excitement around Callum, like he was forbidden, is kind of like no longer there for her anymore. The excitement's not there. So she's enjoying conversation, because don't get me wrong, Callum seems like a fun person to have a conversation with in general, very lively, very charismatic, but I wasn't getting that same vibe from her as before. And then lo and behold, Kira comes to pull her for a chat. Well, before that, obviously Megan drops to Callum that, yeah, I do like girls too, and she's interested in Kira, so there's that. And then, yeah, Kira comes to pull her for a chat. Then we see Curtis and Lisa, and they're in the room just talking. He's like, oh, I thought I'd come and check in on you. He didn't make her a coffee. It's like, afternoon? Way past the afternoon now. And we know Curtis loves to make coffees. That's what he said, is his pride and joy. But the woman you're with, you couldn't make her a coffee. Interesting, Curtis. But yeah, so he's like, I just thought I'd come and check in on you. Haven't got a chance to speak with you today. And it always blows my mind when I see this, because I'm like, it's the end of the day and you're saying you didn't get a chance to speak to them all day. But what we obviously need to remember is, like, different people are being pulled into the beach hut for chats to camera. They're probably talking with producers at points, being made to film certain things. So many hours can go by where you don't get to speak to the person you actually want to speak to. And sometimes producer interference, I feel they do it on purpose so that certain conversations can be had later on. Anyway, Lisa and Curtis are talking, and Lisa's saying, obviously, Kira said, like, you're someone she wants to get to know. And Curtis is trying to play it cool, like, oh, really, she said that? Yeah, she said that? Oh, did she? Oh, interesting, yeah. Seems cool. He is living. He loves it. Over the moon about it. But he's playing it so cool. That killed me. That really killed me. And then we see Jess pulling Liberty for a chat. I like that she did that, so it's not just she's continuously talking behind her back. I think she's saying it to Liberty's face. See, I was glad she did that and just cleared the air. So then they're getting ready for the night, and it would seem at this point, I'm like, ooh, Johnny is open to getting to know Jess, because they said, like, if she came and spoke to you, would you? Because they're like, you've obviously kissed Liberty, but you haven't kissed Jess. Like, and he's like, yeah, I'm open. So that was like my first, oh no, because as we saw throughout the day, like, Liberty was laying it on a bit thick with Johnny. Obviously, he was entertaining her and enjoying his time with her, but she was going over to him and and just, yeah, it was a lot. So she was in pursuit, but I'm not opposed to that. Like, if you see something and you like it, go for it. I am very much of that school of thought myself at points. Like, if I see a guy and I like him and I'm out, I will approach him. There's many people that I've dated that I approach first. So yeah, not opposed to it at all. I quite enjoy it. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But yeah, so Liberty and Jess, they clear the air. And at this point, Jess probably has in her head, Johnny isn't interested. That's the vibe I'm getting. So she's like, do you know what? I'm not about to embarrass myself. I'm just going to back off. I want someone who wants me. And I get that, because earlier on, she made a point of saying, like, he's not coming to me. He's always with Liberty. Even though she knew Liberty is, part of it is she is heavily pursuing Johnny as well. But Johnny isn't going out of his way to come and speak to her. And that's something that's very big to me as well. Like, I don't mind... Oh, I just remember I need to message someone back. I don't mind making a first move or anything like that, but I need to see, or making any bit of a move, but I need to see some effort from you to know that you do like me. It's not going to be all me putting all of my efforts in. So I got where Jess was coming from that. And also, I have shame, I have pride. I will back off. If you can hear the plane, sorry. So yeah, in the evening, Ariana Maddox from Vanderpump Rules comes back again. She had guest hosted on Love Island US. I wonder why they do that though. Like, where is Maya? Why can't she host? Why did they bring Ariana? Anyway, she comes in and announces it's going to be the first recoupling. So, Kira goes up first and she gets to pick, and she picks Megan. And everyone's like, oh, and I was like, this is good, because now it's really going to mix up who's going to go for who, because Megan might have tried to get Callum, then obviously Liberty is free, and then she will get Johnny, and it would have been a predictable domino effect. So I was glad that she did choose Megan. And then the rest of how they're going to choose is going to be like in a bingo wheel. Is it bingo? And they pull out a ball, and whoever's name it is, they get to pick, which I loved. Because sometimes production interference I enjoy, it's done for the greater good of the viewers, but sometimes when producers pick what order people choose in, it's not as fun, like it's just going to their own storyline. But this week the producers were just like, fuck it, let's just whatever, let's see what happens. I really think they're playing each episode by ear somewhat, like, and just seeing, let's just go with it and see what happens. So yeah, Curtis is up next, and he obviously picks Lisa, so they stay coupled up together, and Lisa's very happy about it. Ray is next. Oh my god, I didn't even do this on purpose. Maybe it was a subconscious thing. We're connected, obviously. I put in my notes, Ray is next, and he looks amazing in blue. Here I am in the same colour as my MCM. He's so cute. He is like, wow. Anyway, so yeah, Ray is next, and he gets to finally pick Imani, and his face is so cute. Like, his speech was so nice for her. Low-key imagining he's talking about me. But also, side note, they make the most beautiful couple. What did I say? Yeah, I said they make a stunning couple. Like, Imani, she's like the most beautiful woman. I'm just gonna go out and say it. The most beautiful woman to ever be on Love Island, in Love Island history. Like, stunning. Like, I don't think I've ever looked, her with no makeup, I've never looked as good as that, even like full beat. Like, she is gorgeous. The Lord took time on her, but also on her partner Ray. Hey. But no, yeah, they finally get to be coupled up again. I'm really happy for them. I really like them as a couple. They make me so happy. So then Toby picks Sally, of course, and his speech is lovely. But I am thinking, as much as I say I see them going the distance, after this is done, like, what's going to happen with them? Because I don't see either one of them moving. I feel like Sally is very much an LA girl. I could be wrong. I don't know her. But she seems to be really happy there. Toby, I don't see him moving out of London. Who knows? But yeah, well, it's done now. So I might go and check their socials, see what's going on there. But yeah, interesting. So Johnny is next to pick. And in this moment, I'm thinking, what would have happened if in that evening Jess had more time to actually talk to him and give him a kiss so he can know, like, there. Because in my head, I'm thinking there's two ways he can go. Well, obviously, yeah. But he may pick Liberty because, one, he knows for sure she likes him. It's an easy pick. And yeah, obviously he knows Jess likes her, but she hasn't made it as obvious as Liberty. So he may be like, I'm going to go with the safer option. But Johnny is a wild card. And so part of me is like, And then he's saying the speech and they're showing Liberty smiling. I'm thinking again, And then I'm thinking, when he came in, he kissed his ex just for the shits and gigs, I think, right? So again, I'm like, And then they go into a break. I'm like, oh no, he's not picking Liberty. He's actually going to pick Jess. He's a madman. He's actually a madman. He's going to pick Jess. And he picks Jess. Oh my days. And Liberty's face. And then, like, obviously after each recoupling, they clap. And Liberty's like, like trying to cover the emotions of, yeah, I'm happy for that. And I can't lie, I would have done the same. I would have been embarrassed. Like, that was, there's nothing worse. And I was going to say we've all been there. Let me not put it on you. If you haven't, good for you. But I've been there where, okay, maybe not like that, but where you've opened up, you finally let your guard down, opened up with a guy, and you're doing things you wouldn't normally do, and maybe they're even championing it, like, yeah, I love when you do that, and boom, out of nowhere they're gone. That was Johnny. I kept telling Liberty to run. I said, run. That man is scary, very scary. But at the same time, a blessing. She got off easy maybe because her feelings weren't too invested. So she managed to get out before that happened. Hopefully someone new comes in that she can bond with. Yeah, Johnny picked Jess. And Jess was even like, what the hell? She was like, yeah, I'm surprised. I thought you were going to pick Liberty. It was so awkward. Oh my God. And Liberty had to sit there. And Callum's speech, bless him, it was so nice. Like, had I been, God, humiliated like that from a guy and then the person picking me, I would have really appreciated a speech like the one that Callum gave, even though they both know it's not romantic there. it's, oh, Liberty. But hey, part of me is not mad at Johnny for doing that because it did make for great TV. Shoot me. And another part of me is thinking, this all worked out a bit too perfectly. I feel like producers encouraged Kira, like, if you pick Megan, all good. Like, we're kind of for that. Because it's like everybody is now coupled off. Had she gone with a guy, there would have been 2 single girls. So it all worked out a little too perfectly. And I think maybe, I mean, I don't put it past Johnny to be tapped and just lead someone on and then pick someone else that like didn't see it coming. But maybe he could have had a bit of producer encouragement as well. Like, go on, pick Jess. Like, it will be good TV and, you know, you're good for a week if you do that or something. I don't know. But yeah, again, great episode. But yeah, let me know you guys' comments below. Who do you think could be strong couples? Ray and Imani? Okay, now that is a strong couple. Hear me out. First of all, they look amazing. Also, love Ray. No, but Ray gave Johnny quite a good fight in the beanpole thing. Like, he was in the lead to start with, so athletically, he's really good. Imani seems to be really good in challenges. Alliance-wise, Ray has Johnny, but he also has Selly and Justine. They're all really close with him, and they have the ear of all the UK guys, right? Well, they have Jack and Toby, and then obviously all the others follow on. Like, it's a group. So Ray is well connected. So is Imani. Like, I think the fact that she didn't vote Justine just solidified her with Justine and Selly, because they hadn't really got a chance to know each other, even though they're both from Love Island US. Imani had literally just left, so I don't even know if they had met each other in the outside world before, but they could build a good... Ray and Imani could take this. I'm really rooting for them. I hope they get to stay together throughout. We'll see. But yeah, guys, comment below, which couples are you enjoying? Thoughts on Johnny picking Jess over Liberty? Thoughts on Megan and Kira coupling up? Thoughts on what else happened? On Curtis trying to leave Lisa? But yes, as always, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff I'm meant to ask you to do. Please do. And I'm just rambling now, and I don't really know how to end this, so I'm just gonna go.